Let Papa H cook. Triple H only overcooks when it matters the most and is costing in WWE's biggest moments. Hello everybody, my name is Sancho West and welcome to my channel. This is my Sancho West Wrestling and I love talking about wrestling, and if you love that too, be sure to subscribe. In today's video, we're diving into the question, does the WWE overcook main events, especially PLEs? Since taking over creative, Triple H has delivered cleaner and more logical storytelling, but when it comes down to main events of PLEs, the finishes are overbloated, convoluted, and kind of scared of finality. See, here's I understand. WWE's logic: we have to protect the top stars, protect the baby faces, protect the heels, keep all doors open, prolong the feuds as much as possible. But I'm saying that sometimes the lack of definitive wins, clear choices, hurts long-term stakes and diminishes that climax payoff and creates fan fatigue. And what do I consider overcooked, you may be asking yourself? It's when a match finish relies on multiple tropes that we've seen throughout pro wrestling: ref bumps, interference, distractions, double turns, long hesitation spots a la Randy Orton, rather than clean, decisive endings. The opposite of this kind of overcooked is a clean finish. It's a clear choice. Think the Gunther matches. Think of Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles. And just because you lose clean, that doesn't mean you're buried. Think of Stone Cold passing out to Bret Hart. Here's the cooking we've had since SummerSlam 2022, which I consider the beginning of the Triple H era. SummerSlam 2022, Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. Uso interference, Austin Theory tries to cash in, Usos and Roman bury Lesnar. Clash of the Castle 2022, Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre. Ref bump, Austin Theory cash in, Tyson Fury KO's Theory, Solo Sikoa thumb strike, Roman wins. Elimination Chamber 2023, Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn. Ref bump, Jimmy Uso interference. Ref bump, Jey Uso interference. Sami Zayn spears him, loses to the chair shot. WrestleMania 39, Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. Ref bump, Usos interference. Kevin and Sami Zayn, Solo Sikoa spike to save Roman. Night of Champions 2023, Usos interference, turn on Roman Reigns with super kicks. Money in the Bank 2023, Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa versus Usos. Ref bump, low blow. SummerSlam 2023, Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso. Solo Sikoa interference, Jimmy Uso turns against Jey Uso. Crown Jewel 2023, LA Knight versus Roman Reigns. Solo distraction, Jimmy Uso interference, rope foot break. WrestleMania 40, Jimmy interfered, Jey interfered, Solo interfered, John saved, Rock interfered, Undertaker saved, Seth Rollins distraction. King and Queen of Ring 2024, Logan Paul versus Cody Rhodes. Ref bump, brass knuck spot into save from ring announcer Ibrahim. Clash of the Castle 2024, ref bump, CM Punk interference. Money in the Bank 2024, ref bump. SummerSlam 2024, Tonkin's interference, KO and Randy save, Jacob Fatu interference, Roman Reigns save. Bad Blood 2024, Tonkin's interfere, Jimmy Uso save. Elimination Chamber 2025, Seth Rollins interferes post elimination. WrestleMania 41, Night 1, Paul Heyman interference. Night 2, Travis Scott interference, low blow. Backlash 2025, ref bump, management interference, R-Truth interference, foreign object, low blow combo. Saturday's main event, John Cena interference, Cody Rhodes for the save. Money in the Bank 2025, foreign object, R-Truth return. Night of Champions 2025, ref bump, Seth Rollins cash in, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed interference, Penta save, Sami Zayn save, Seth Rollins interference. One word could break that all down: shenanigans. And now, as fans, we're expecting these shenanigans. We're expecting the bloodline rules finish, and we're not really paying attention to the stories. And Triple H essentially loves to believe that protecting everyone is great for business, but I say protecting everyone elevates nobody. And I really wish that the WWE will focus on real consequences, and that equals real stakes. When you have those two together, you create that high stakes drama that makes wrestling eyes glued television. I understand from the WWE standpoint that wrestling is about protecting top stars and long-term booking matters. Triple H always talking about is it doesn't matter how we get there, it's what happens when we get to the GPS landing point. But what I think is also another factor here is us fans, we really have an issue in this as well. We really do say losses matter, and we think that if a superstar loses so many clean losses, then their kind of value gets diminished. Think like a Finn Balor. But I always argue a clean finish is all about how it goes down. Like, think about that, like I mentioned before, Stone Cold and Bret Hart. And also I acknowledge the Tribal Chief, Roman's run, has benefited from these slow burns. The Roman effect is real. His dominance has definitely forced this entire main event scene into this non-definitive fishes era that we're in to protect the aura of Roman Reigns. Can we imagine if Roman Reigns had too many clean wins and all of a sudden he is a super Roman, things of that sort? This does, though, trickle down to the other matches too, because as you can see, history begins to repeat itself. It feels like the WWE wants to repeat the in-game vibes of WrestleMania 40. But I do emphasize that slow burns should not mean soft endings. We need definitive choices. And I understand Triple H, you could say that he's definitely influenced by that NXT black and gold era of these big match booking where high drama was the goal and these false finishes are happening everywhere. But the PLE on the main roster and the main events needs resolutions and not just spectacle. And I do feel that there's a little slight fan burnout with these non-finishes and these interferences. The pops will go down, and it's also like I mentioned, we're so kind of conditioned to believe something's going to go down that we just sit on our hands and wait for the last half of a match. If you see a Roman Reigns or another Bloodline member in a match, we go, okay, we're just going to wait for someone to pop out in the black hoodie to interfere, to swing the match in their way. And it's proof that us fans, we want that emotional release and not this layered protections on superstars. Ultimately, I'm going to leave you with this, and I know this may be a controversial thing to say, but imagine if Cody Rhodes beat Roman clean at WrestleMania 40. Now, I understand the in-game moment was awesome. It was dramatic. You had so many unexpected surprises, so many big legends appear. But imagine if Cody Rhodes legitimately beat Roman Reigns at that definitive moment, when we've reached this 2-year saga and we finally got to see Cody Rhodes finish the story. Now, you could argue with me, Sancho, it's pro wrestling. It's supposed to have shenanigans. But I'm arguing, as you can see after all my display in this whole entire video, is that when you use shenanigans way too much, it dilutes the decision. The WWE strives in building characters, strives in building legends and superstars of Mount Rushmore quality. But when it starts to chip away at that quality is having unsure finishes, as having diluted finishes. Make a choice and stick with that choice. And if you made a wrong choice, you could definitely pivot. It's pro wrestling. But at the end of the day, your voice matters too. So comment down below and let me know what you think about the Triple H era. Is it overcooked? Is it just right? And always let Papa H cook. But thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe for more. I appreciate you. Peace.